do pre-roll.
What is it? Red dungeon, red bar, red. What is that? Come on. You should,
For what?
For your TikTok.
That board game you like to play, that red something.
Oh, Red Dragon Inn?
Red Dragon Inn, yes.
Oh, could do that, but
you don't have time for you're waiting for your buddies to show up for that, and you're just
you don't. There's no time to play that.
It's a pretty open-ended question.
It really is.
You handle it different ways depending on your mood.
It's too open-ended, damn it.
Yeah,
no.
That's where I struggled with it. Was like I felt like it was.
There's all sorts of different ways to handle it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get into just a straight-up conversation about games you can play in short periods.
That counts.
Hey,
that's all right. You're playing a game.
If I wasn't coming here to drink a beer, I was going to be like,
Christ, why is it taking so long?
I'm going to go break into the post office?
No. I'm going to the
and then we get to see the police go after him.
You can join me when you get off of work. Because...
Good stress relief.
All right.
4:08 this morning, well before post even gets sent out.
All right, Rob, let's go and start this mess.
You know... Yeah, it's still connecting. I'll go live. I don't know if it will go. It's got the light up,
clear lines and tangents.
The internet has been kind of messy lately. Live video is starting. It says it's connected. Facebook Live sucks. I just want to say
that would be quite the day.
Facebook.
Facebook.
He always has apples. He has the candy too, but he always has apples.
Yeah, you know, I've been largely off of Twitter since it turned to X and since it just
the kids
stopped.
Figures choice.
It just started ignoring all my years of work curating video games and puppies and kittens. So I've just been off it. Like I said, I don't give a crap. You can have whatever opinion you want. I appreciate that. You know, I appreciate a free forum, you know, but
some places
don't enforce me having to view your crazy bullshit. Because somebody paid to forward your
this thing to me. Yes, thank you.
Alien conspiracy theory. Well, actually, I'd like it if they were alien conspiracy theories because I love those.
Those are good.
But you know, I don't. I guess the trick is I don't believe them.
But they're still fun. All right. Well, we're still not live from what I can tell.
All right. Well, we're on Facebook according to Facebook.
All right. Well,
just
I didn't give a
it powered up.
I didn't.
Showing me a picture.
No. Shows this is live.
I think we're on YouTube. I'll get YouTube going here real quick.
All right.
Yo-Yo Tube.
Yo-Yo Tube. Let's go to Yo-Yo Tube.
It's yoyotube.com and
all yo-yo videos all the time.
Starting soon. So.
Well, yeah, that's us. See?
Yeah, that's us too.
You can hear us at least. That's a good sign, right? For the
That's
mics?
always a good sign.
Don't forget the mics are hot. These mics are hot now.
Oh, so I should have belched at that mic.
Not that one. That one's off right
That's
now.
okay. These mics are good.
In fact, it's unplugged.
Okay, I was gonna say these look like good mics.
Yeah,
these are super directional.
No, these are not super directional.
Hey, they're
fairly
directional.
They're not going to pick up that side, but they're going to get everything in like about a 160, 150 degree.
Yeah, I mean, make sure.
Or do I have to speak up?
Oh Lord.
Normally I wouldn't have belched right at
really
a microphone, but I felt it was going to be a real good one because I chugged half of this already.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm already on my second beer. I'm almost done with that. Christ, I should have got more spares.
We're gonna be in great condition today.
Yeah,
we're gonna be in great.
It's Tuesday night. And it's been a long week.
It has been a long week.
Right,
I'm just sick of everything.
So action.
All right, fine.
I'm bringing up a can of this.
And 3, 2, and 1. Live from the 6th subfloor basement of the Guys, Games, and Beer Towers, transmitting at 1 billion megawatts. Because we like the watts here at Guys, Games, and Beer. It's the Guys, Games, and Beer Show!
Yay!
Okay, that was way too loud. I totally...
Thanks for having us.
I totally fried it.
We tapped
that was a
the
fry.
compressor.
That was a fry. That said, it should be pretty good. The preview sounded pretty good.
Great.
So
sounded solid as fudge. All right. So, hey, Rob, what are we talking about tonight?
All right, today we're going to be talking about, no time to game.
Story of our lives.
There's all sorts of solutions to this, and I think we'll probably cover a few of them because we've got the brightest damn staff on Earth. Unfortunately, we drank, and it gets stupider from there. Have you ever noticed when we get together, our IQs drop sharply?
That could have something to do with the alcohol, Rob.
So it might be. It might have a lot to do with it. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's gonna be an open
All right.
round table. So
Well, let's
feel
go ahead
free
and see who wants to
start
start this
talking.
out. Who wants to start out?
Sure.
Wow, Jacob's already go.
He's ready?
If I'm
You're right.
brain dead and I don't have time to play, that's usually where I'm going on to like TikTok and just doom scrolling as I drool come out of my mouth. And,
Reword that, Jacob.
I love the term.
Reword that, Jacob.
I'm just drool. I'm just
Just
porn
I'm
scrolling.
just brain dead doom scrolling. There we go.
There you go.
Porn
There you go.
scrolling.
So,
But otherwise, if I'm just sitting somewhere and I don't really have, I gotta be leaving in like a couple minutes to play something. I have a game on my phone that I have actually given money to because it's a small little developer, and they if I give you money to a mobile game, that's me actually going here because I may be actually working a decent job with a decent paycheck now, but I still don't have a lot of money, so still, if I give you money, that's,
that is the ultimate compliment.
yes. And I gave them $7
All right.
for the totally unlocked mode. It's called Slice and Dice. It is a adventure. I don't really know, because I keep getting mixed up on what's roguelike and roguelite, all that stuff, but it's a dice hero type game where you get heroes that have dice associated with them, and you go through these like little dungeons each time, and what you roll is what you're able to do that turn.
That's me. Sorry.
Wait. Is this
He-
a ripoff of the other game?
Oh, what? Do you,
Dice Dungeons?
Yeah.
It's like I don't know what Dice Dungeons is, but literally like this. Here, Larry.
Yeah. It's different, but it's got similar. It's got harkings to. I don't know which came out first.
I have no clue.
But they seem to have similar.
I just like this because
Oh, we have a party though, don't you?
we've got technically a party. You have 5 people. The standard party consists of your rogue, your fighter, your defense-based character, or as they often call the knight, your healer, and your mage. Now you can, once you have all the different stuff, if you pay for it to unlock it, you can swap in what people you want
I would
here.
say a paladin, by the way.
Okay, paladin.
If it's a defense character.
Yeah, it's a defense
A beefy
character.
defense character is going to be a paladin.
And they actually have one in there that you always start at a low level at the start, and as you go through, you can choose like at certain points like you can upgrade this one or this one, and they show what dice they're gonna get.
It's funny you mentioned that. They're all that way, but I was just thinking, is there a game that Mork from Orcs and starts at like the high level, and as you like go through the game, you get like younger and old. Like you go from like level 99 to a level 1 character, like so you go backwards, and that's how it gets harder. Is that basically
Oh.
skills get taken away?
Oh, they
God,
have
and you're
you
just
get-
trying to limit the
they have
loss.
a mode kind of like that where it's called cursed mode, and one of the curses is called Curse of Age,
right.
where you start at the like level 3, level 4 character, but each time it's time for like leveling up throughout the game, which is like every 3 or 4 rounds of creatures that you beat. You now have to pick you have to pick a level that's down.
So
So
yeah,
it's the
you are.
Mork from Orc mode.
Yes.
Yeah.
They
You
call
mentioned that, and they have that.
they call it the Curse of Aging,
Yeah.
because your character looks like they've gotten older, but yet you've lost abilities.
That's
That's really called just midlife.
I guess would be Mr. What is it, Mr. Black or that I never.
Dorian Gray? No, I what?
No.
Brad Pitt movie?
Yeah, the Brad Pitt movie. I never saw it. It was
The
bad.
Godfather,
But
actually.
he's aging backwards.
All right.
Benjamin Button.
Benjamin.
Yeah.
Curious story, but
Oh yeah, Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
And
Oh, I thought you were just talking about the experience part because the Godfather would fit that too, as Godfather
and
just becomes.
you can
less-
lose quite often and quite frequently, but yet it's still a game that makes me go, it's simple. I can do it I
But
can
you
play
can-
a couple games in 5 minutes, or I can, play a bit of a game, and then it saves it and goes, do you want to pick up here?
That's what I was just going to ask, is what the playtime was. So the playtime is really short on that one.
Yeah.
And it picks up where you left off, which is always nice.
I have played at times when I had 5 minutes. I played, half a game. I have had it where I have had an hour where I can't go to some place. I can't play because I'm out doing something for work and I have to be waiting around.
Damn work.
Yeah.
And in the week,
So
yeah.
therefore I sit down and I'm just like, okay, I don't really have signal.
Right.
I don't have internet access. This plays off internet.
Nice.
So I just play it, and I've played, I think I played in that hour 10 different games.
Yeah.
I maybe
So,
won about
just
2 of
just
them.
just on phone or
Yeah, just on phone. I think it might be on.
like Steam or something like that.
I don't know. About
What- what's
that,
it-
Steam.
but-
It showed him.
You,
Oh,
found,
okay.
you found it on
Slice
Steam?
and dice.
All right, slice and dice.
So it was
Slice and
on
dice.
Steam as well.
Okay.
Slice and dice, and it is. I didn't think I would have anything, but
Slice and
now that I
dice.
understood the criteria better, yeah.
All right, well
I
then.
would say if you got nothing and you like a little bit of adventure and dice rolling, boom, go with it.
Yeah, it's about $9 on Steam.
All right, so not even that bad price. So there's a good quick time killer. All right, who wants to go
Or Rob
next?
probably grabbed it in a bundle. No, it's fairly new, so it's probably
Maybe.
not
I was
Not
gonna
yet.
say I only
5
know
years
it
from
to
now,
be
but-
out maybe
Yeah,
3
March.
years.
No, well, on Steam it said March, so
Okay,
maybe it's
so-
mobile.
I've had the game for
Maybe-
at least 2.
The
Maybe
PC
mobile,
port's new.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've had this for at least 2.
All right. All right, who's going next? Don't everybody jump up at once. Okay, I'll go next. So Dallas actually brought up a good point before we started this. It's not just short games because my time is short. It's short games because I'm effing exhausted. Had a long day at the office. I'm beat. I'm brain freaking dead.
Yeah.
That was the exact right description for it.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit down and get super involved in some overly complicated game and have to think about it. So I have certain games that I go to. FPS is always the first one because they take absolutely no thought at all. That's all reflex action. So, give me Halo, give me, Killing Floor, give me Splitgate, those kind of games. That's because, again, that's a game I can play one round, hop in, play around, and get right back out again. Because, you're just building up experience and stuff like that. And again, you don't have to think about those games at all. I mean, once you've played them the first few times, you know the maps, you know where everything's at, you know what you can do and what you can't do. You don't have to think about them. So those are things. The other ones that I think as far as that goes will be, I have a collection of the plug-and-play games. Like the Jax games and things like that. And I have those all set up, always ready to go. So I can, pull one of those down, pop it up on the big screen, play a quick round of something.
Yeah, I agree what you're saying there. Like, okay, so old school helps a lot here. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You can just play a quick round of Pac-Man.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Just to do a couple mazes. You don't even care if how far you get or whatever.
Thank you. And you don't have to boot up a system or
Yeah,
anything.
it's
You
just
literally
like,
turn it on and go.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I
actually had
like
a Jax
about-
game too.
That's what I like about handheld systems that I've been getting into is I can just turn it on, play it for a little bit, turn it off. Okay.
Yeah, you didn't have to go through all that work of booting, then, starting the game up, blah, blah, blah. No, it just, so one of my, probably my number one go-to besides FPS games would be Iridium on the C64 joystick. So I've got a Commodore
Your
64.
joystick's not broke yet?
No, Commodore 64 that's built into a joy. No, it's built into a
That one was
joystick.
built differently.
Yeah, it's really well built.
mini.
So it's a C64, but it's a joystick. It's just the joystick that plugs into your TV, and it's got a menu system. And Uridium was such a smooth, beautiful game on the C64. And that one is just a good shoot 'em up.
It's a great game.
Yeah, great game.
I got a mine portable
I
one too.
feel like this is so pedestrian, but mine for that is Galaxia. It's just so.
No, that is the perfect. I'm going to drop in on a handheld or something.
So Galaga is too much commitment, but Galaxia.
All right, so that's mine. Again, if I have time to boot up a system, because I tend to leave my computer off most of the time, I just turn it on when I need it. I don't, and it takes a few. I know it's not a lot of time, but again, I'm brain dead. I don't want to put thought into it. Even booting up a computer and starting Steam, opening up the program. No, dude, there are nights I just don't have it.
Depends on
Making
if
sure
you're
that
using
it doesn't have
SSD.
to update again. or-
Thank you. Oh, that's the other
Every
thing.
time
Yeah.
Steam Store's updating, well, I guess I can't play for
I
20
do
minutes.
everything on SSD, so my computer and Steam, everything is like,
Oh, yeah, mine's on SSD too, but you still, like you said, Steam has to update.
Oh.
That software has to update. Whatever.
Yeah.
Press the button.
That's
Too
just
much
kind
work.
of like when I got me and my wife got really upset together. So therefore, joint piss at the PlayStation.
Because they wanted to update.
Oh, well, it wasn't that PlayStation wanted to update. It was that she got upset because Overwatch wanted to update.
Yeah, and that can take a while.
well,
And that
yeah,
took a while.
takes a long time,
And
yeah.
by the time it updated, she didn't want to play anymore.
That is not
So-
uncommon, man.
Yeah.
So
Try it on Xbox.
Yeah,
I
the consoles,
slow-ass
console
damn.
updates and stuff like that.
So
yeah.
I went, hey sweetie, do you mind if I play Destiny 2? Because I've been getting back into Destiny 2 a bit. It wanted to update. And it can't update two things at once. So it had to update one and then the other. And I just...
So the question becomes, what game do you play while you're waiting for a stupid update?
Yeah, right?
Okay, yeah, well, that's a whole
That might
other
be a
question.
And again, it's probably Galaxia.
Nothing. I go and do leather working because then I can pound out leather.
Phrasing.
When your sister
Okay,
said,
then I
Yeah,
can
"Don't
take
pound
my rage
sand,"
out on something.
Okay, there we go.
said, no, I don't like glass, but I will pound leather.
Yeah. All right, who wants to go next?
Sure. So, I think I'm on that same, quick things. It's going to be handheld based, so it's either going to be the Switch, because even when it does have to update, they're pretty quick. And I generally have games that are they may be like the story based games, but they're like 8 to 10 hours, so you can normally like open it up and play one or two little sections and then put it away. Get through a puzzle or something like that and be like, okay, that's enough for today. Otherwise, the Evercade's been really nice for the quick 5-10 minute.
Yeah, quick
There's
fix.
always a cartridge in there, and I'll just play a different game that I haven't played for a while.
So the handheld or the console?
The handheld,
The handheld's fucking awesome for that too. I
Yeah.
should have mentioned that as well.
because
Drop in.
those just turn on and you're in a game.
And
So
you can save, you can state save, which
I kind of
that
forget
is
to do
a
that
reason for me
sometimes,
to
but-
play the Evercade alone. If you're worried about it being legit
Yeah.
or whatever, I like to pay for games licensed if I'm enjoying them, and give a little money so that more games get released that are like that maybe I never heard of. But yeah, the ability to save state really, I think, is a lifesaver when you're short on time, especially with retro gaming.
Real quick shout out. Hey, Steven. Hey, Heather.
Hello.
So yeah, the handheld definitely is like, because like you say, every time you boot up the PC or the PlayStation or the Xbox, it's like if you haven't played it for a week or two, it's gonna do something and be like, oh, I gotta wait. Well, there's half the time I was gonna play a game, so yeah,
Yeah, that
handheld.
does suck.
And then if I find I do have more time, just drop the PlayStation or the Switch into the dock and keep playing at the TV.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Gotta love the Switch.
How many years has it been out?
Ooh.
I feel like they nailed it. Like
Yeah, you've had.
at first it was like, oh, is this gonna? But they've added all the other games that are,
You know-
on the other stores, not just Nintendo based games.
This-
Everything on the
this-
Switch.
If you get, and you know, with the membership or whatever, you get the other systems, right? So you get the SNES,
Oh yeah, you get some of that
the
fun stuff.
NES,
And those
stuff
are
like
quick.
that.
Some of
And
our
a lot
fun
of them
jump
are
in and
quick.
jump out.
So, like for example, like I might just pick, and this is a pretty common one. I will go to is I'll go to a kart game, and just
Couple races
like
or something.
yeah, Mario,
Zone out.
and do a couple races, and there you go.
Yeah.
That's that.
And don't they have like those couple like games where sometimes like you don't necessarily want to get to that part in the game, but like you kind of start at that spot? I thought they did that for a few games where like you don't have to play the 30 games. If you want to just beat these two bosses, I thought they have like those modes on some of those games.
I haven't found those modes. That'd be
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, some of those supposedly like I forget which games had it. Like maybe Super Metroid was one of those where you just start kind of like near the end or something like that. Like you've already played it, so why not?
Steal somebody's save state. And oh wait, no.
So yeah, that's my quick
All right.
Switch or Evercade.
Well, two good choices.
Good choices.
Yeah, yeah. Those are both really good choices. All right, who wants to go next?
Well, I had tagged on his, and it really, I think, racing games like like a kart game or something like that, or an over the top, top down view. They're usually like 2 to 5 laps or something close to that.
Yeah.
And you can just like do a quick race, and all right, I can move on to my day. Now.
So, but
I've got a
so,
game I gotta say.
so
It's awesome. It's
what
a top
system
dog.
what system are you doing them on?
See, that's where this question kind of gets a little like sideways for me. I don't. I have more general concepts. I have a concept of an idea.
Don't.
the like I say a kart game because sometimes I'll play like N64,
Right.
Mario Kart,
Right. So you turn it on and it's ready to go.
and I turn it on and play it on a Switch and it's ready to go, right?
Mhm.
But then there's other times I loved Crash Bandicoot Team Racing. That was a super fun one. So I would play that. I have it, but I might also just play it on my PC, emulate it, and good enough. And so it's like. It's hard for me to like nail down, or maybe I just might just do like, and I have this available and it's plugged in and kind of ready to go.
Yep.
And so it can be quick and easy. Speed Devils. No, not Speed Devils. The Sega one, the Dreamcast one. Come on, help me out.
I mean, it is Speed Devils.
It is
Dreamcast,
Speed Devils.
but it was. I'm trying to remember the name of it on. It had a different name on the PC on it.
No.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you did. Yeah. I mean, again, it's
That's a
kart
great
racing, but with actual full-size cars. But it's still kart racing.
And
Okay.
It
It's
All right.
amazing
Like,
too. The stuff that goes on here.
All right. Good choices. All right. Who wants to go next?
I suppose I can. So it kind of tails on what I was saying earlier about there's sometimes where you're like, well, I want to play a game when I don't have time. Well, if I don't have time to do something, I'm going to focus on a task personally. I mean, that's just my decision. This rolls more along the ideas of, it's the end of the day. My back's too sore and everything for VR or anything complicated like that. What can I play from a comfortable or prone position? And so I don't have problems turning on my computer at all. I run on like a balanced power state custom to my CPU, so it runs extreme, low, when I'm not doing anything, high when I'm doing games or something like that.
Right.
So it's there. The SSD boots up and updates Steam constantly. It's there. I use a program called Controller Companion, which turns my Xbox controller into like a remote control.
Oh,
so I
nice.
can sit there and like just
Nice.
control, do everything, keyboard, everything from just an Xbox controller.
That's awesome.
So I don't do I can sit on a couch, like feet away, and not ever touch my keyboard and mouse. So I can just use that and navigate to a game I want to launch up. 2 games I could think of. One of them's not a very convenient choice. The other one's very obvious. The first one, this is very strange just because I've been playing it again lately, and this is one I played a lot when I was a little kid. The very first Tomb Raider.
Oh.
Now I'm saying I know you're saying some people are like, well, yeah, either they might be familiar with Tomb Raider and think, well, that's not that's not stress free at all. Like that's a very high pack.
Well,
That's a very
because it's a long story format. It seems like it's not like,
You can murder
oh, this is
yourself,
something I would do
you know,
quickly.
fine.
But
Yeah.
if he's playing an emulator, he can save the state.
It
Yeah, you can kill yourself.
or the PC version
For
is
a short
same
period
time.
of time.
However, the difference is it's like someone who's just new to that or hasn't played it in a while or not much at all. It's like that's very stressful. Having to know where all the puzzles are, these huge, massive levels as you go through the game, very difficult. However, I grew up on that game. That's like one of the very first flagship titles for the PlayStation. I got that for my PlayStation when I was little. There's no. I have 1,000 games. I can only focus on like maybe playing a little bit of this game. It's like you have a game, you play it, you beat it, you love it, and so that's what I did with the first. I played all the Tomb Raiders, but the first one I played more than anything else. I know where all the secrets are, all the hidden items. No problem with me. So. What I've been doing lately is, like last night, I'm like, well, I'll boot up Remastered, since they did the Remastered collection recently and play that again, play the first one, see how far I get. Within a couple hours, I was able to, like, get over halfway through the game, so, also kind of inspired by the VR port. The Team Beef released Tomb Raider 1 in VR, which is mind-blowing.
Nice.
I didn't think that would ever work, but
I feel like
played
it'd
it
be
and
so
beat it.
blocky. Did they clean it up a little bit or something?
You'd be surprised. It's like, okay, so what they did with Remastered, and they kind of brought over to this Team Beef port these guys made, is modernized controls. Now, from a purist point, you're like, well, modernized controls, that would never work in that game because it's just built for tank controls. True, it is, and tank controls will always be superior. However, these modernized controls, they give a little bit more freedom to where you can make jumps and clear certain areas that you never would have with tank
He's so
controls.
business techie.
Yeah,
It's
Tank
like,
controls. Modern controls.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you remember playing the very first Tomb Raider, that's what it is. It's like you feels like you're moving a tank, but it's built for that. And meanwhile, these modernized controls, it's like they work great in VR. And I saw the first time I played the remaster, I'm like, well, I'm old school. I'm not doing these stupid modern controls. I'm just doing tank. Fine for me. However, I gave it the modern controls last night a shot and found out, I'm able to do this faster. So that's one type of thing I like to play when I don't have the attention span
Way to
or
stereotype
even the back
guys.
strength for anything more complex. However, something that everybody can enjoy that it really is, truly is a brain dead game. It is. It's designed that way is Vampire Survivors. So if you guys don't know what this is, it's $5 on Steam. Everywhere else, it's very cheap. It used to be cheaper, but when it got to 1.0 phase, the guy had to raise it from like $3 to that. Boo-hoo, he's still robbing himself doing this, but simply the fact that it's a game. The way I can describe it is that it's a fast-paced, shoot 'em up roguelite. Leveling up, evolving weapons, collecting treasure and gold, fighting bosses, getting stronger, blah, blah, blah. But this is a game where you can do all that without even touching anything. This is a game where the dominant controls are up, down, left, right. You're expecting me to say more, but that's literally that is how brain dead control is. Your character, it's basically at first time booted up when it first got popular and it was in its beta stage. I was like, okay, I'll buy it. It's only a couple bucks.
Yeah.
And I decided to finally boot it up. I left it off for a long time. Then I finally booted it up one day. I'm like, you first start playing it. It's like a little Castlevania rip-off sprite that you move around the screen with your control keys, and it just attacks automatically.
Right, so you don't have to do anything.
You collect weapons where they're inspired by weapons of Castlevania. It's like, well, I have a whip that automatically cracks out, and I collect this thing where I'm just automatically throwing holy water or crosses around. You don't attack. You don't do any strategy or anything like you move.
You literally just move.
Or you don't even move. You can just stand there. It's like I just
I feel like the hey, this is Freebird remixed.
It's a great.
But
It's
damn
one of
it,
those things-
somehow it still works, and I've bought it in 30 different forms.
It doesn't sound
That's
exciting, but it's
type
amazing.
that's kind of it because I started playing this. The first level, I'm like, okay, this is popular. I'm like, this is stupid. And like, this is very cheap. Something I can whip out in Game Maker or something like that. It felt like that. So I gave the first stage a chance, and I gave the second stage a chance.
So I'm
like
gonna give
even more powerful.
Dallas the award for the most innuendos.
I'm not paying attention. I understand what you're saying, Larry. But anyway, Have
At
fun.
least we don't have to worry about
Anyway.
Anyway, yeah, so, yeah, by the time, so the first stage, I'm like, okay, well, this is dumb. I play anyway, but I don't see why this is popular. Anybody likes it. Second stage, I'm like, okay, I'm finally getting it. Third stage, yeah, right after that, like 200, 300 hours into it. That's the deception of this game. It should not, I read some papers by some psychologists on it. It should not functionally on paper be a good game or even work, even be that enticing. However, if I recall correctly, the creator used to service pachinko machines and work on pachinko machines. So the way it works is it feels like you're playing a pay-to-win game or even a gambling game. It looks like something that belongs on like a slot machine or a pachinko machine or something, but it literally, you pay $5, that's it. You're not paying microtransactions, tokens, credits, or anything like that, but it functions like that. It's really hard to grasp until you actually play it. It's like that addictive. Yeah, it's extremely addictive, and like the guy like literally is robbing himself. Like the DLCs, he has DLCs for the game. They're literally only a couple bucks each, you know, and so,
Buy them all.
Yeah, exactly. You can buy them all and not even blink, you know, because there's 5 or 6 DLCs at this point.
Couple bucks, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's insane. It's like, you know, it should not work, but is that addictive? And like, and again, you don't have to think. You don't have to really strategize anything. Like there is strategy in the game. There is complexities. It's an extremely complex game, but literally all you do is just move. Or not move, if you know, depending on the character you're playing, you know, like how good it is. It's on everything now. It's on
I was
Steam
just going to ask what
originally.
platforms it was on.
Steam, Xbox, Game Pass.
Yeah.
Now on PlayStation. So
Alright.
that was their most recent release, is the PlayStation version. Android. The
Switch?
Mobile app, yeah.
Of course.
I mean, come on.
Couch.
Had to ask.
Couch co-op. is
Yeah.
something they had not
Oh,
too long ago.
nice.
So it's everybody, if everybody has Bluetooth controllers or phones or whatever, you know how it works. Yeah, 4-player co-op. Yeah, nuts. The Android I mean, the Android version is the same as everywhere. However, what I find interesting is the creators, they tried really hard for a long time to try to find a mobile game publisher that's not predatory. Because there's a lot of mobile game publishers like, oh, well, we need to add microtransactions to this. We need to blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So he worked it to where if you're playing the game and you die, you get a free revive if you watch a 30-second ad. Whether you win or lose, you know, the gold you get in the game, you can watch one more ad to double that gold.
So it's an ad
That's
game.
the extent of
Okay.
monetization and microtransaction like that. 2 ads. If you want. Otherwise, you don't even have to do those. You can
I've
just
never
play it
actually seen
regular.
a request an ad for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they worked really hard to get to that point to like,
Nice.
make it, and so
I like that about some games that I play is they're not making you have to pay or watch ads for anything. It's, hey,
If you want.
would
Yeah.
you like this benefit? Yes. Here's an ad. Here's
It's
a
not
30-second.
necessary, though. It's
Here's
Yeah.
a 15-second. Here's a 30-second ad. Do you not want the benefit? No. You don't need it to play
No.
this game. You can play this game just fine. Oh, at the end, did you win? Did you fail? Doesn't matter. Would you like us to double this amount? Yeah. Okay. Watch a 30-second ad.
yeah, that's what I just stated. But
It's
yeah.
So nice.
yeah, and it's the same prices, you know, on all their platforms. Five solid smackaroos. It's like, yeah, and before that, the guy was selling it for like $2.53, and it's like, you know, so him doing a price increase after it got popular and got in the first increase, it's like, you know, the fact it's still $5, it's like,
Ooh.
yeah, the
That's
dude's robbing himself, honestly. But yeah, like it's gotten so popular where he has like full scale orchestra to do the music for the games, and he's working on anime to be put on streaming services. It's that
There-
Oh, it's
that
always
popular.
getting all behind the scenes.
From this game where you very first boot up and it's like, okay, it's just someone ripped a Castlevania sprite and they're throwing Castlevania sprites everywhere.
gotta-
Big fucking deal until you actually keep playing it. You're like, okay, yeah, I can't stop fucking playing this. It's like, yeah, it's the perfect brain dead game. Something that it is very complex. There's
Alright.
lots of rewards, lots of achievements, and hidden secrets, and blah blah blah. Just like a complex game, however, like you really don't even have to do shit. to
Alright.
play it. Almost
You
like
got
a click. The only easier game I could think of is maybe a clicker. You know, one of those clicker idle games.
Right.
It's like this is the closest you can get. Yeah, I recommend that to everybody. And so yeah, like at the end of the day, if you don't feel like doing anything complex, or literally again, if you quote unquote don't have time, yeah, you can whip out your phone and play like a quick round of it. Like I think the longest round will last is maybe 30 minutes. However, there's like a one modifier you can choose that doubles that speed, so you can do like 10-15 minute round. Highly recommended. Yeah.
There need to be more mobile games that don't force ads on you, that just give you ads of going, hey,
Do you want?
So
do you
Yeah.
want?
Kind of started as the early days.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
You pay a buck or two and you get the full game. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
and to cap it off, it has started. It's that inspiring to where yes, a new genre has spawned out of it. Survivors likes games, so there's other options.
they're also called auto shooters.
Yeah, the auto
and
shooter
they're
or
called-
the anti-bullet hell.
Or they're called bullet heaven.
yeah,
Bullet
bullet
heaven.
It's a better time. Yeah, because people just
I
saying
hate
like
that term,
anti.
by the way.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
thrilled
people
with
have
that
been saying
either.
I
like
hate that
anti. It makes sense. Most people say anti-bullet hell. I guess some people describe that.
I like
way,
that
but-
better.
Yeah. There's other games in the genre that are really good. Rotato, that's a really popular one. That's similar concept. 20 Minutes Till Dawn, that's another fun one. The one I've been playing the most, the clone I've been playing, is Halls of Torment.
That's a great one, too,
It's
yeah.
a fusion of Diablo and Vampire Survivors. So again, it's a concept where it's like a twin stick shooter, a little bit, only slightly more complex controls, only because it gives the option to aim if you want. Otherwise, you can set it automatic.
It'll still
and
auto shoot
attack.
if you want
Yeah,
to.
exactly. And it looks and plays like Diablo, isometric and stuff like that, and same aesthetic, complexities and stuff. But again, yeah.
So there's a whole
yeah,
bunch of
game.
games for you guys to look up now.
Yeah.
All right, Rob, what do you got for us?
I honestly, Heather kind of touched on this. and
She
it's-
did.
It's something that I went with. Is really, I didn't go with any single game. I've been playing like Borderlands, and I'm finally near finishing it. And I finished a couple more games. I basically have started project managing my games when I'm playing because I never finish them, right? So I came up with the idea that I'm gonna just set a goal for each sitting. And that shortens the amount of time I'm playing it, so I don't take up too much time. But on the other hand, I'm also feeling like I complete something. So like Borderlands, like I want to beef up my character. I'll go to the message board, bounty board. Sorry, go to the bounty board, and I'll pick up a few things for the bounty board, and I'll finish those in that time period.
Right now.
The one thing that I don't do during those time sessions is try to finish some major
You can
goal.
use your touch screen if you
I do
want.
the small
Use
stuff that
your
you need to
control
support the
with your
major goal
That's all
instead
you
of
have to
doing that, and that seems to have worked. It's I've finished a couple games now just using that method, saying, look, what I'll do is I'll build up the character so it's easier to finish the other part, so I'm not spending so much time on the main storyline, and I'm spending more time in these little side quests that gain my character something that I need, or upgrade them a little bit so that it's going to be easier to do the main storyline, which I never did because I always played the
Do you have a
storyline.
sprint board?
Just watch
No,
out,
I'm
Rob.
not- yes, I'm on sprint. I'm on the last sprint.
Rob,
My
just
last
watch
sprint.
out, because I also play Borderlands, and some of those bounty board ones, they seem like they might be a small one at first,
Yeah, I'm
and they balloon out.
at the end right now.
Yeah.
I'm in end game now.
Yeah, once you play it over.
I'll
and
probably
over,
be
it's-
finished
yeah, those are
either
nothing.
tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go on to something
Okay,
else.
how long does something like that take you? Let's just say you're doing something off the bat.
the session's less than an hour usually.
Okay, so quick.
I range it to less than an hour.
All right,
And
so a reasonably
so I can
quick
sit
game.
and actually do it. I don't have time for anything. It's just.
You got an hour?
I'm
Yeah,
so
really, I was just gonna
stressed.
say, lucky
No,
man.
that's what I did with it. There it is, sitting on my Kanban board. It's a card. Shit, there it is. I gotta go do it. I guess before.
All right.
Sprint Master comes after me. Sprint Master.
Well, again,
I
there's
just said Sprint Master.
there's
That's
a few new
hilarious.
game titles
Better
for
have
you
some
guys to
daily
look for.
check-ins.
Yeah.
So look for the new game titles because they all sound really good, and we all need those kind of games in our lives. Not that, and again, there's tons of games I know for mobile gaming, phone gaming particularly. I never got into phone gaming.
The problem I have with a lot of phone games is lately, if the game has a very in-depth story and whatnot,
Yeah.
why the hell am I not playing it on a actual console or
PC.
PC, handhelds? I have plenty of those that I need to be playing. why am I playing on my phone?
Yeah, yeah.
My phone I specifically have curated now after deleting a bunch of stuff to what are games that I can just pick up and play for 5-10
Sure.
minutes.
So in future episodes, look forward to the why am I playing this on my phone?
Yes.
Actually, that's not
I've said that many a time.
Yeah.
How am I playing this on my phone?
That is a
have
future
lot-
discussion all to itself.
It is actually.
I could give you a list.
Okay, well, that show. All right, hey, so guys, this weekend, Guys, Games, and Beer will be at Gamehole Con in Madison, Wisconsin. Make sure to stop by, say hi to us if you're up there. There's a,
So the sandwich of our events, when we started out the year, focused on board games, and we done all kinds of video games in between,
yeah,
and we are returning to board games for the end.
Yep.
we will.
So,
Wow.
the sandwich, the left
Totally
side
bringing
of the
some video
bread.
games.
Yeah, we're hoping to show you a lot of new indie games coming out.
Just be an asshole.
We're setting up a special setup just so we can live stream some indie game development, not just interviews, but actual indie game play while we're there. So keep an eye over the weekend. We'll be streaming all weekend long, hopefully, with barring any technical issues. Otherwise, the episodes will pop up after the show's over.
Yeah, maybe we'll find games like this that are in Altoids.
That's
Uh-huh.
so cute.
Yeah.
So yeah, so and lots of stuff coming up on the show. Rob, what do we got coming up? We got a ton of interviews. coming up.
We had about 1 million interviews coming up. We got interviews left over from Pittsburgh. Those will be posting. The first one's probably going to post this week, and then we'll start
So
posting
these
some
are already
others.
in the can.
They're already in the can. They're already ready to go. If you're listening to this, maybe you're listening to it on Apple Podcasts. Maybe you're listening to it on Amazon. Maybe you're listening to it in one of the many podcasting places that Guys, Games, and Beer goes. Oddly enough, we dodged a bullet recently because all of our old episodes are on archive.org. That's also where you're streaming the podcast from up until 2 weeks ago when I switched it over to RSS.com. So you can still get to all of our episodes that are listed on RSS.com with no failure. Thank goodness for that.
Yay, because
But
dang,
anyway,
there's a lot of old episodes.
Because some hackers are really, really dumb and thought that archive.org was a government facility. Dumbasses. You're just dumbasses.
All right,
Oh, it was attacked.
Just because you're a hacker doesn't mean you're a smart person.
so catch us next week for Beer Court, right, Rob?
Yep. Next week will be Beer Court, but you'll also catch like all sorts of live stuff if you're on our Facebook at www.facebook.com/Guys, Games, and Beer. You can check out the dankest memes by the master memetology, Dallas. And just
Tom whips out his whip.
don't do it before bed. You're gonna get bad dreams. You're gonna get bad dreams if you do that. Do it.
Yeah, you might get
Do
bad
it in
dreams.
the middle
from-
of the
some
day when you can handle this.
Yeah, some of his memes will give you nightmares. Trust
Bad
us.
dreams are just dreams to me.
Just normal dreams. So you don't want Dallas's dreams. You
Yeah,
don't wanna
yeah,
do
evidently
that,
not.
yeah. And don't eat while you're watching them too.
But-
All right. You can also check us out at www.youtube.com/Guys, Games, and Beer. You can just check. Keep going. You can check us out at www.guysgamesandbeer.net. And you can check out our good friends over at Lionheart Racing. All the joys of racing without the rubber hot dogs.
Oh, and there might be something coming up with Lionheart
What's a
Racing.
race? News.
News, but we're going to hold it, and we'll talk about that later. Hey, also, don't forget if you're watching us on YouTube, and subscribe to the channel, please.
You know it. See ya.
Later.
Later. Bye.